Football on pretty much every metric beats every other sport in terms of marketing, fans, you name it. But according to a report being launched here at the Festival of Marketing, it is being affected by digital disruption, just like everything else. Well, John Ray, you're the lead strategist at E3 Media. What did you find out?
Well, there's a lot of disruption happening in terms of what fans are getting and what they're expecting. So there's this gap that is growing, and a lot of that is driven by traditional media that still has a very strong place within the football sector, but there's a rise of new channels, new media that is progressively growing, and that is sort of causing a lot of disruption.
So what's happening? Why is this gap developing?
Well, fans aren't getting what they want, really, I think, from traditional media. So there is that demand from fans, but there's also that sort of rise of technology and the opportunities for more people to publish content and to access it. And I think it's those sort of changes altogether that is allowing for this disruption to happen.
Matt Wilson, you're the CEO of Bull Street, nearly said Wall Street. What's your take on this? You obviously provide a lot of content for fans.
Yeah, I think that ultimately some of the changes in technology have really enabled this disruption. So people have gone from having to sit there and watch a certain broadcast from a certain TV provider or satellite box or radio transmitter to actually having lots and lots of choice. So the whole monopoly on the production of content has been taken away, and the whole monopoly on distribution of content has been taken away. And I think at the same time there's been other trends that have seen people lose trust in traditional media and big businesses. So you've seen things like the scandals with FIFA, whereby what seemed to be the guardian and the saviour of football and football soul has turned out to be a lot of people operating within their own interests. So I think at scale people have started to reject these big organisations and big entities, and the trust that they've extracted from those areas have started to invest in people that seem like them, people that speak to them on the regular, people that are authentic and are not taking part in what often looks like a staged performance on traditional media, and something that's more honest and more personable, just like you might speak to your partner on FaceTime. It's that kind of communication, and people are responding to that, really.
But ultimately, if media owners are paying so much money to the likes of the Premiership and other leagues around the world, they're going to want to exploit what they can from it. How can that be kind of reapportioned so that fans really get what they want?
Yeah, I mean, I think there is this huge expectation from those rights holders that have paid all this money to be able to connect with fans in the way that fans want it. I think, you know, the challenge here is that fans are sort of already moving to these other channels, and we've seen the numbers in terms of subscribers to subscription TV falling. We've seen a lot of illegal streaming happening, and that is something that, you know, we shouldn't shy away from. We should try and understand that and address that. So they're under pressure, I think, and this disruption absolutely is something that they can take a handle of as well, and be a part of changing and being in that disruption. But they've got more competitors, and those competitors, just to add, are also the likes of Facebook and Twitter and Amazon now looking at sports rights.
But fans are changing as well. They don't always just support one team. They often support more than one. They also generally go for, say, one player in a particular team, and they've got their own websites. They can reach out to that player much more easily. What's got to happen to sort of get the football industry as a whole on track?
I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I think that for traditional media to catch up, they probably need to change. So the way that football operates is the match ends, and then you've got all the rights that you've paid for. You've got Jose Mourinho with his obligatory post-match interview, and there's just been something that's happened that's caused his team to lose the game, and actually, if he's honest about it, he gets a fine. Whereas actually then if you flip that and you look at the influencer world, you look at fan channels, what I've been a big part of and a big driver of, people are actually being honest, and they're swearing and they're showing their frustration, and people respond to that emotion. So I really think that traditional media hasn't really changed. It hasn't evolved. It still acts like the world like it's 2007 rather than 2017. But in 2017, we as human beings are different. We don't want to sit there and watch an ad break, you know. We don't want to sit there and read a newspaper on a tube. We don't, because it's a little bit out of date. Any tube that I get on, in 2007, there was newspapers everywhere. 2017, it's not. It's just people sitting there with their phone looking at that. And do you know what? Our attention spans are shorter, and when and we're not going to sit here and be force-fed like some long advert, something that doesn't make sense. We're going to very quickly keep moving and find something that we understand and that resonates with us, that's got relatable characters, and is speaking about something that's honest. Because I think young men especially, their filters are so up now. We can tell if someone's pushing something at us or forcing us, selling us, and we don't want that. That's not the way to communicate with young guys in 2017. The way to do that is to pull them into conversation using people that they respect and that they admire and that they feel like they can relate to. And ultimately, traditional media, all these traditional celebrities, that's not getting it done.
Hello, I'm James Wright. Thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. To check out more online videos, just click on the boxes, and don't forget to subscribe to the CNBC Life channel at the bottom of the screen.